Assalamualaikum. Today topic of our discussion is difference between sigma and pi bond. The bond formed by head-to-head overlap of partially filled orbital is called sigma bond. An orbital has maximum 2 electrons. When orbital of an atom have 1 electron, then it take part in bond. When two partially filled orbitals overlap together, they form a covalent bond. There are two types of overlap. If these orbitals overlap in a linear way, then sigma bond is formed. If these orbitals are parallel to one another and they overlap, they form pi bond. So we define sigma and pi bond. The bond formed by head-to-head overlap of partially filled orbital is called sigma bond, whereas the bond formed by parallel overlap of partially filled orbital is called pi bond. In this example, we see this is partially filled orbital of carbon, one carbon atom. This is partially filled orbital of other carbon atom. These form sigma bond because these are overlapping in a linear way, head-to-head overlap. Due to this head-to-head overlap, these form sigma bond, while p orbital of this carbon and p orbital of this carbon, these are parallel. These overlap in a parallel way, sideways, and these form pi bond. Second one, sigma bond between two atoms is formed by the overlap of orbital along their nuclear axis. Nucleus of one carbon atom and nucleus of other carbon atom. This is the axis. Sigma bond is formed by the overlap of orbitals along the nuclear axis of both atoms, while pi bond is between two atoms is formed by the overlap of atomic orbital along the line perpendicular to the nuclear axis. This is nuclear axis, and pi bond is formed perpendicular to the nuclear axis. Sigma bond is formed between two hybrid orbitals, between one hybrid and one atomic orbital, or between two atomic orbitals. Sigma bond can be formed when two atomic orbital overlap, or two hybrid orbital overlap, or one atomic orbital overlap with one hybrid orbital in a linear way, while pi bond is formed only between two atomic orbitals. Sigma bond is formed by the overlap of two s orbitals. We have already discussed sigma bond can be formed by the overlap of any two partially filled orbitals. These may be two s orbitals, like this. These two s orbitals can overlap to form sigma bond, but s orbital is never involved in pi bond formation. S orbital cannot take part in pi bond formation. Sigma bond is stronger than pi bond. Strength of covalent bond according to EBT depends upon extent of overlap. Due to greater extent of overlap during sigma bond formation, sigma bond is a stronger bond, while pi bond is a weaker bond. More energy is required to break sigma bond because sigma is a stronger bond, while less energy is required to break pi bond because it is a weaker bond. Probability of finding electron is maximum along the axis joining two nuclei because sigma bond is formed between two orbitals along the nuclear axis. So probability of finding electron is maximum along this line. While during pi bond formation, probability of finding electron is maximum above and below the line joining two nuclei. This is the line joining two nuclei. Pi electrons are present above and below the line. So probability of finding pi electron is maximum above and below the line joining two nuclei. During formation of sigma bond by linear overlap of two p orbital, only one loop of each p orbital take part in overlap. During formation of sigma bond, only one loop of p orbital take part, but formation of pi bond, both loops of p orbital. This is one p orbital and this is other p orbital. During pi bond formation, these both loops take part. But in sigma bond formation, only one loop of each p orbital take part. Electron density in sigma bond is distributed symmetrically about nuclear axis, while electron density in pi bond is distributed unsymmetrically about nuclear axis. There is no free rotation of atom about sigma bond. There is free rotation of atom about sigma bond, while there cannot be free rotation of atom forming pi bond. Because when we rotate an atom forming pi bond, then pi bond break, for which energy is required. The free rotation is that rotation where energy is not needed. The rotation in which energy is not required, that is free rotation. When two atoms form only sigma bond, these can be rotated without using energy. But when there is pi bond, rotation is only possible when pi bond breaks, for which energy is required. So it is not a free rotation. Shape of molecule can be determined by sigma bond, while shape of molecule cannot be determined by pi. Sigma bond between two atoms can be formed without formation of pi bond. But pi bond between two atoms is formed after the formation of sigma bond. It is necessary that firstly sigma bond is formed between two atoms, then formation of pi bond take place. Sigma electrons are usually referred as localized electrons, and pi electrons may be delocalized. These are some examples of sigma and pi bond. These are sigma bonds. These may be between two atomic orbitals, between two hybrid orbitals, between two p orbital, s orbital, p and z orbital. Any of two orbitals which are partially filled, sigma bond can be formed. But sigma bond is formed only between two p.